Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, tomorrow, the next day, however long it takes, I am in the search for a 5-star read. I figured this wasn't something that I could do because I give out 5 stars like they're candy. You get a 5-star, you get a 5-star, like it's candy. You know what I mean? But lately, like the past month and a half, I've actually gotten a little more harsh or a little more stricter with my rating scale. So I thought that this is the time to do it because I'm also kind of in a slump. But it's not even like I'm in a slump because I read a book that I didn't like. It's not even that at all. I'm not really good at multitasking, like all my different hobbies, like watching TV and reading. It's always one or the other. I can't do both at the same time. And right now I'm in my Hulu era. Okay, I'm almost done with Scandal. Hopefully I'll get back into my reading. So I'm more so in a reading slump because I'm not prioritizing my reading. I have nothing really set right now. I did go to the library today and I got my hold for Devon and Chris Plan a Wedding. I may go ahead and read that during this video, but it's not going to be first. I'm going to actually start with my trope bucket. So I have different types of ways of randomizing my reading. I have a trope bucket. They have popsicle sticks with tropes on it. I have my physical TBR jar, and I have a jar with authors in them. So we're gonna start with my trope bucket. I'm gonna hold up. Okay. Is this best friend's sibling? Okay.
Hopefully this video isn't too short, but hopefully it's not too long either.
I'm back. It's the same night, same day. Saturday, July 8th. I think it's the 8th. I went ahead and read F Around and Find Out by Nicole Falls. I don't know whether or not to give this a 3, a 2, or a 1 star. So this was best friend sibling or sibling's best friend. Either way, it doesn't matter. It is younger man, older woman. I think it's like 10 years. He does end up turning 29 in here. So I'm assuming the FMC is 39. I already don't remember their names. I didn't care about it. It's a novella, that's why I finished it so quickly. I think it's like 130 pages. I didn't care. I don't know if that's my slump speaking or what. I don't know. And I don't know if I'm necessarily into fast-paced insta-love novellas anymore, if I'm being honest. I think I'm very, very picky about them. Don't get me wrong, I love insta-love. However, when it's in novella form, it don't be given sometimes. I think because it's so fast. I don't know. It's also single parent as well. I didn't even realize that until later. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to give this book. A 1 star, 2 star, 3. I think the difference, like in my rating scale, a 3 means I have no feelings towards it. And I feel like that's what I'm feeling. Like I don't care about it. Whereas a 1 star means that I hated it. There was nothing that I liked about it. So I don't know. We're starting off this video bad. But are we surprised? Not really. I'm hopping back on my Zoom again real quick because I forgot the most important thing as to why I didn't really like it. It's Brother's Best Friend. It's almost the same way that I felt about the one by Tessa Bailey, the only book by Tessa Bailey that I've read. The one with Georgie and Travis. I don't know why I always remember their names, but I don't remember what the book is called. It wasn't giving Brother's Best Friend. Like, it was Brother's Best Friend, but there was nothing forbidden about it. We don't know, because I'm reading reviews, and I did see a 2 star that had like an actual written review, and they said, I wanted to know how her brother felt about his best friend and his sister being in a relationship, but I guess he was fine with it. There's no reaction from the brother whatsoever. At some point when I was reading it, I didn't even know that he knew. I put on here no rating for Goodreads. I don't know, I might give it a 1. I just feel so bad giving books a 1. Because a 1 star for me for sure means that I didn't like anything about it. So maybe I'll give it a 2. Because I did have a couple of highlights, like maybe 5. So yes, I may change it from a 3-star to a 2-star. Next, I think I want to try picking out of my physical TBR jar. I don't know, it just depends on what I pick. If I pick something that I don't want, I'm gonna put it right back in there. I don't care. I haven't really lucked out with any of the physical books that I've been reading lately. I think the last 2 that I picked, I've DNF'd. I need to go through my bookshelf one more time just to see if there's anything else that needs to be taken out. We'll see what I pick. Okay. So I picked Partners in Crime. I feel like I'm doing that girl, like that girl on TikTok. Wait, she goes, "Can you film me real quick?" It's for TikTok. Anyways, okay, it's a lot thicker than I thought. Thicker than a snicker. So this is Partners in Crime by Alicia Ray. Going based off of the cover, I feel like it might remind me of To Have and to Heist by Sarah Desai. When it comes to KU romances, like my spicy romances, I don't really care about the synopsis. I care about the tropes. Just tell me the tropes and I can decide whether or not I want to read it. When it comes to traditionally published books, I like to read the little tagline at the top or at the bottom, where it quickly in maybe 2 sentences sums up the book without reading the synopsis. Even though I still need to read the synopsis, but that's what I care more about. The top part says,
Indian matchmaking meets date night in this fun romantic adventure. Entertainment Weekly says one of the very brightest romance writers working right now.
but also because this is a romance, I can go ahead and pick some tabs because I guarantee you I'm going to tab this book. Normally when I read other books, like thrillers, stuff like that, I don't always need to pick out tabs because I might not tab it at all. It's fine. Hi. To y'all, this is just another clip. To me, this is like 4 days later. Because guess what? It took me 4 days to read this. I just realized this last night what video that this was in. I knew this was in a video. I knew I recorded something. Couldn't remember for the life of me what it was. I think this video is the one where I'm trying to find a 5-star read. And I'm giving this a 4. I knew going into it, it was more than likely going to be a 4. Let me just talk to y'all real quick. I have been so depressed lately. And I've never gone to therapy before or anything like that. But, oh my gosh. It's not even depressed. It's not even depression. It's anxiety. Oh my gosh. I feel like I get a normal amount of anxiety, right? Everybody gets anxiety. Some people get more and they have to take medication for it or they have to go to therapy for it. Some just deal with it. I'm one of those people, I just deal with it. Y'all, my anxiety has been through the roof. And I've never been diagnosed or anything. Like, I know it's anxiety. Like, WebMD don't have to tell me nothing. I know that's what it is. Oh my gosh. That's actually why I've been in a slump, I think, for the past... No, it was depression at first. Like a month and a half ago, but it turned into anxiety. I don't know about y'all, but I ended up on grid shutdown TikTok. I ended up on that TikTok algorithm, whatever. Child, they have me shaking in my boots. But anyway, so that's why I haven't really been in the reading mood, and this took me 4 days. It was good. I already knew going into it, it wasn't gonna have a ton of romance, even though the cover, like, you would assume it would be a romance. I knew it wasn't just by reading the back of it, and they talked about the heist, and I'm like, no, this is gonna be something more exciting. It's gonna be like a mystery or something, a journey. So I knew I wasn't gonna take points off because of that. However, I kind of am. I didn't mind the romance that it did have because it's kind of like Second Chance. Well, it is Second Chance. Both characters met each other through a matchmaker. They were each each other's first matchmake or whatever, and it didn't work out. They dated for about 6 months. We don't see that. We just are told through, I think we're told through Mira's POV that they dated for 6 months and then they ended it. This is Naveen. Obviously, like, they rekindle it, but I like the way that it did it. I wasn't into the romance anyway. I didn't go into this for the romance, so I didn't mind it. But they have 2 sex scenes in here. And there's one like almost sex scene. The almost sex scene comes first. It wasn't necessary. I would have been perfectly fine with like, what do they call it? Locked door, shut door, fade to black. I would have been perfectly fine with that. Now, I'm a spicy reader. I'm not a fan of spicy cartoon covered books. And I say cartoon covered because I wouldn't call this a rom-com. It was funny. Now, get into this. I mean, I have a bunch of tabs. I don't even know what I tabbed. I think they were funny moments. Like, what is this? Looks like a mix. Each floor is different. How inclusive. They went to a strip joint. I think that's Naveen that said that. How inclusive. Did it need to take me 4 days to read it? No. This definitely could take me 2. I was confused as to what to read next. For the purpose of this video, I can't read the one that I wanted to because that's for a different video. So I have 2 choices. I can either read Hostile Takeover by CCJ. CCJ is my favorite author. She does it for me every time. Or Kimberly Brown has one. She has a bunch. She's one of my favorite authors as well. Something She Can Feel. Look, you can see them next to each other. Hostile Takeover by CCJ and Something She Can Feel by Kimberly Brown. Okay, so Hostile Takeover. I know that's a billionaire. Black billionaire. It's about 339 pages. Do I want something a little long like that? Profanity, detailed sex acts, depictions of violence. Also mentions of pregnancy loss, parental death, grief, illness, and medical emergencies. Let's see. The one by Kimberly Brown. 177 pages. I may have to go with that. It's an erotic novel. The first line in the synopsis, it's a quote. And it says, "I see you're in heat, but baby, I put out flames." Purr. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm reading next. I have a feeling that might be a 5-star. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be coming to an end pretty soon. So I went ahead and read Something to Feel first. I ended up giving it a 4-star. I don't know, I just felt like something was missing. I don't know what specifically. The pacing, it was pretty fast, but I mean, duh. I expected it to be pretty fast because it's a novella. But I think what it was, I wanted some scenes to play out more. I felt like there were a bunch that were summarized. Like sometimes they would meet and then all of a sudden it would say like, oh, this is 6 months or a month later, we've gotten to know each other more. And it's like, I kind of wanted to see that play out more. Anyway, but the reason why I say I'm pretty sure this video is coming to an end is because of this one. So I'm currently reading Hostile Takeover. Like I said, CCJ does it for me every time. I'm on 5. Y'all see my face? Y'all know what that means. The video has come to an end. I did end up giving Hostile Takeover a 5-star. First of all, do we like the lighting? Do we not? Probably not. As always, I mention this all the time. It's my, what do you call it? My curtain. I was actually debating whether or not should I give it like a 4.75, only because towards the end, I don't know, I wanted a little more romance. So I don't know if I kind of explained what this was about, but some of the tropes, it's marriage of convenience. And they do, I think out of all of the marriage books, Marriage of Convenience is my favorite. Isn't there like 3 types of marriage tropes? Marriage of convenience, arranged marriage, and forced marriage. Forced marriage, I don't like that. I don't really like the marriage ones, but I find myself really enjoying Marriage of Convenience. I've read so many this year. But yeah, I just felt like towards the end, I kind of wanted a little more romance between them. But like, also, I feel like it's kind of hard for me to kind of rate, like take points off, because I did end up reading the last 40 minutes at work. So the 40 minutes of reading really took me probably an hour, right? Because I'm flipping and then I'm doing my work and then I'm flipping a page. So I feel like that kind of ruined my experience a little bit. So that's why I'm saying I think I'm just going to give it a 5-star, because I mean, from jump, I was enjoying it. I'm glad that I read it. Okay, so what did I read in here? I think I read 4 books, right? F Around and Find Out by Nicole Falls. I gave I actually didn't end up giving it a rating. I couldn't even tell you anything about it. I don't remember anything. Then I read Partners in Crime, which is right here. I gave this a 4-star, I believe. Then I read Something She Can Feel by Kimberly Brown. I gave that a 4. And then Hostile Takeover. I'm giving a 5-star. So it took 4 books to get to a 5-star. Not that bad. It would have been 3 had I read Hostile Takeover 3rd instead of Something She Can Feel. But I low-key kind of figured Hostile Takeover was going to be a 5-star. But I also wanted to read Something She Can Feel in a video. So I wanted to read it in this one instead of, what is it, 3 times the charm? 4 times the charm. If that's how it goes. Anyways, see you next week. Bye. I think I'm just gonna do my thumbnail now. Should I get? Because I think I also use my TBR jar. Let me go grab that. Bye. I mentioned it in this video, but these are all of my jars. Who really needed jars for reading? Wait. Wait, 2, 4. Let's switch. Can you see my area norms? That was corny.